Hello and welcome to Bakerstreet.coasters, where today I'm going to give my full reviews on Scarefest at Alton Towers 2024. So please remember to subscribe, smile always. So basically, it was a very good event with multitudes of different scare mazes and attractions and zones. So we had Burial Grounds, which is their free scared zone where basically you go in and it's about feeding the flames of the Wicker Man. Many different actors around. It's in an open house. It is in the open space. It's really good, and I did enjoy it. I did it yesterday. Then we had Compound. Now Compound has probably got to be the better scare maze of the year. Compound is so above anything else I've ever witnessed in my whole entire life, and I've been going to Scarefest 8 years now. I've been at Alton Towers for 8 years, so Compound is something that's never seen before, and it's really good how they just shove you around. They split you up in different groups, and you also have different routes to take. It's really good. You then have the attic. Now the attic is a bit aging. It's a good scare maze, however, it really is old and really does need to get replaced. It's not the best. You're all going to Alton Towers on Tuesday and Wednesday. Good luck. And then Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge, that's been upgraded last year. I mean, it's okay. However, it's quite a good scare maze, I can't lie. I can't say it's just okay. It's very good. But, I mean, again, that's another one that's just aging quite a lot, and I just don't agree with it. I think it should be changed a little bit now. Like, the Attic and Altonville Mine Tours are one of the two mazes, well, are both mazes, which have been there for, like, 4 years now, because I did it 2 years ago, too. And then you have Daz Games Panic Reloaded. Now, what is going on with that? I don't like that maze. You have people walking into you. It was all weird and wacky. Half the bands didn't even work. It wasn't good, and I didn't enjoy it. I don't know about anyone else, but I wouldn't class that as a scare maze either. I think that's an all year round thing, which again is pretty annoying. We also have the two family ones. Haribo Trick or Treat, which I found more scarier than any of the scare mazes, which I think is funny. And you also had Amigos in the Afterlife. Now, the Amigos in the Afterlife was a very good thing. It's new for 2024. It follows the same layout as the Monster Party. No, not Monster Party. House of Monsters, which was there quite a few years ago for Alton Towers 2016, 2017 Scarefest. And it just brings together families, and it just brings together everything. It's really good. It's all about Amigos in the Afterlife, so it's all about the afterlife and you getting back from the afterlife. It really is interactive. It's good. You've got wrestling in there. I did enjoy it, and it's a really good scare attraction for families. So, put that aside, I have done my whole entire review on that, so go and check my Scare Maze one out. Apart from that, we're going to review the whole entire Scarefest as itself. Now, going into the park, you don't see the lighting as much. Even though the theming is spot on. You've got the Freaky Friends, which is out. You have all these pumpkins, different photo opportunities. The frogs are even dressed up, and you have this huge Scarefest thing. And then you also see from the entrance that, well, you also see from like the front lawn, just right where you can see the towers. But everything is just well themed. You've got pumpkins everywhere. You go further down, and you then see the stage. Now, I don't get why the stage covering has gone. So stage covering's there, but I mean the seating covering, the canopy for the seating has gone, and I'm not quite sure why that is. Now, I don't know if that's because of fireworks and they can't take it down quick enough, but I'm pretty sure if they can put up the fireworks that quick, they can quickly take down a canopy. I do not appreciate the fact that they didn't have a canopy up, especially in the October, winter months, or autumn months. It really isn't worth it. Well, it's well worth it because it's like, oh, you expected a load of rain, a load of frost, and just keeping warm is one of the beneficial things. And having open space. We're back to the old traits of, like, we didn't need a canopy in summer, we just needed it during October at least, for Scarefest, because it's like, if it does rain, people can have somewhere to cover. But apparently that's not how it works, unfortunately. And I also think that's because they've got fire on and the stage, which is also fair enough. But, I still think it's really bad how there's no canopy. Even if they move the canopy back, it would be really cool to see. But, don't have that, and that feature's lost. I'm very sorry about that. So, that's something from the front lawn, from Tower Street itself. That was really good. Then you look around the area. Now, the Smiler is a big issue, and I don't like the Smiler. I know many of you guys know that I don't like the Smiler. It's probably my hated ride ever. It doesn't end up on my 25 top list. However, the Smiley needs a better queue, because when you are queuing up, so we found this out last night, like when in the dark, people were using the single rider queue as like another queue line, which yet again I do sometimes, fair enough. But the Smiler queue is pretty annoying, especially with single rider one and the fast track, because single rider and fast track go down one lane, and then you've got the main queue on the other lane. Now, when single rider and fast track go down one lane, if the fast track gets clogged up, you have an issue, because if you have this single rider queue, it's putting a disadvantage for the single rider queuer to go all the way to the single ride proper queue. And instead, it leaves a single rider queuing with the fast track, and that's not very good. What there should be is there should be dividers, so it already gets split up. Instead of it being like near the entrance, it should be... What's the difference between single rider and fast track? Single rider is if you're going on your own, meaning if there's like an empty seat, you basically can fill that seat up. Fast track is just literally you go on. It's just another queue. I don't like it. I also found out like people have counted £600 they spent on fast track this year, just from like 20 people, something like that, and I'm there just like, that's not cool. £600 Merlin have raised just from people using fast track. It's not cool. It's a money making scam, and I do not enjoy it, because it just makes the other queues bigger, and it's not good. So yeah, the Smiler just needs a better queuing system for sure, because like the split up, the division between single rider, the ambulance, and the fast track is all in one area, and then you've just got this like little passageway going down, and if you get stuck in the fast track queue, people aren't going to let you past unless they're queuing for single rider or something like that. But it's really annoying. So lighting at night was spot on. The towers was all lit up, absolutely amazing. Got so many photos of that. Nemesis Reborn was lit up. I didn't get to go on Nemesis. Now, I don't like their false advertising. Now, a few years ago, it wasn't false advertising. The Smiler was all lit up and everything. Now, the Smiler's not even lit up a little bit. The Smiler is absolutely dead. I'm not joking. I mean, the rest of the rides which they advertise, like Oblivion's not lit up like it normally is. You've got Smiler, which isn't lit up like it normally is. Like, they advertise Nemesis Reborn being lit up so much, and it's not lit up that much, and I'm there just like, really? Is this the way forward? But instead, the Towers is all lit up, which is fair enough. Hex Legends, the Towers was all lit up, but the main rides, even the Wicker Man, wasn't advertised and seen as what it was advertised, sorry. And the lighting is just really big shambles when it comes to rides in the dark. Even going through Katanga Canyon, it's like, yeah, you had all this ghostly music, but you only had green LED lights. Nothing more. You just had green LED lights, and I'm there just like, you just bump into a bunch of people. But, like, there could have been more theming on the Runaway Mine Train. No, the Runaway Mine Train was white lights, and the Curse at Alton Manor, I love how they've took away the floodlight now, because the floodlight before was right at the front of the Curse, and I'm there just like, what? But yeah, it's took away now, and I just still not enjoy it. Adrenaline Thrills says, UK theme parks, Thomas, especially ones to get crazy crowds, then Shout have an app where you can book a time slot and tells you to return to the ride when it's a 10-minute wait before your ride. No, so they did this on Mandrill Mayhem at Chessington, and it's called, I know what it's called. No, you've got my brain thinking now. It's like the queue time when you book your queue in and then you get to go in. It's like that. I don't know what it's called. I don't like it as much because, firstly, it gives a disadvantage to other people, and thirdly, I get it's good, but you pay for what you come in for, and if you don't get to go on that ride, you've got a lot of issues. So it's not very good, I get. Yeah, virtual queuing, that's it. I don't believe virtual queuing. It's a very mixed shambles thing. I get, like, if you're going to go in a queue, it gives you a disadvantage about what you're going to go on next, because if you got 30 minutes before, there's no queues at 30 minutes, you're wasted half an hour of your time, basically, and it's really bad. So, like I said, lighting was spot on for Alton Towers. It was amazing to see that. The towers was all lit up. You got Tower Street, which was all lit up. Nemesis Reborn lit up. It was good, but I wouldn't say it's advertised as being that much lit up. If you look at that advertising, it's not that much. And then you've got actors. Now, the actors were really, really good around the park. Even at the Curse of Alton Manor, there was no actors around that area, and I was like, what? Not at night anyways. How about Fast Track? Are you okay with that as that can be helpful. No, I don't believe in fast track either. Unfortunately, fast track is a money making scam, which they really don't need. They introduced it for a purpose of what? Like, you just don't need it. So yeah, that's basically my entire Scarefest review at the moment. I've only done it twice, and compared to the years before, like I could have seen, well, I did message Bianca about smoke effects. Like, they spent loads on smoke effects, which is fair enough. But the smoke effects didn't work as much on the towers, and I'm there just like, really? And then you would have had more down to the stretch from Spinball Wizard to Smiler. Like, that area there, it could have been more themed up instead of just purple and green lights. Like, what's all that about? I mean, their budget was hit so much this year. The gardens wasn't even lit up. I have a photo of like 2 years ago, the gardens, and now this year. And it's like, where is the lighting? Like, why is nothing lit up? Catania Canyon, like, the sign for Catania Canyon was really, really lit up. The waterfall wasn't lit up, though, and I'm just like, it's running but not lit. Something's not right there either. And Fast Track is taking advantage of people in ordinary queues. Exactly, and I don't believe in that. I believe that everyone should queue, unless you've got a disabled, or you're not accessible as everyone else. Everyone should queue the exact same, because unfortunately, why pay for something to get in another queue to find out, you're going to waste more of your day? It's not right, it's not clever, it's not okay, and it's just putting other people down when you're trying to pay. It's just a money-making scam, and I hate it so much. So, yeah, I don't have anything else to say about Scarefest, to be fair. I have done my reviews about scare mazes before. They were really good. The atmosphere around, really good. The noise, the sound is spot on. Not even joking. So I've got now. I've only got 4 things. The 4 things I've got written down here is the Smiler needs a better queuing system. Lighting was spot on and sound was. Ride availability. Oh, but ride availability, absolutely shocking. What is going on with that? Now, I have put it in my video, Alton Towers, so go and watch that when it's out. But what is going on with the ride availability at Alton Towers? To be fair, it's been like 180 minutes, 90 minutes was max last night, but the ride availability was shocking throughout Scarefest. Not even joking. Like, there were rides closed. Rita was closed for like several days. Wicker Man was closed for several days. You had Galactica closed last night, and Nemesis Reborn closed that night, and I'm there just like, what? Thomas, what is the new ride for 2025 in Forbidden Valley, bro? It has on the fence, it says submit the spin. So I'm not sure what it is yet, but I feel like it's going to be Ramesses Revenge or Whipsaw. I know of it as Ramesses Revenge, as well, why not? But it's like a top spin tower coast ride. I'm not quite sure what it is, but you know, hopefully it's going to be that. Anyhow, I'm pretty sure I am done with my review. I don't know. Am I done with my review? But yeah, Alton Towers has got to have a lot of investment next year with their rides. Like, their budget cut is so bad. I can't wait to see the Smiler all painted up next year. Whereas if it is going to be painted up, I'm not sure. But anyways, I am going to go. Do you miss the old top spin Whipsaw? I never rode Whipsaw, unfortunately. I have seen it, but no, sorry. I don't miss it as much. Not as like what other people make it out to be. Anyways, like I said, I am going to go, so smile always. Please remember to subscribe. Bye, guys.